Um, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Um, there is a particular thing that is going on, and it's very, very important for us to see it. And concerning children, there's a thing that we don't know about children. Some of us, being a children or seeing a children, we don't understand how these children come to this world or came to this world. We just comment. But before I continue, this is just a piece of advice. As a man, the woman you have in your house is not a photocopy machine. Then as a mother-in-law, or as a son-in-law, or as a sister-in-law, or as friends, or as community people, just know that the woman that a guy or a man is having in his house is not a photocopy machine. We need to know this. And basically, or mostly, most of us used to say this, and which is very, very sinful. And not only sinful, it's a big sin. For example, a woman give birth, then from there, most of us will be going there at the hospital thinking that we are going to say congratulations, not knowing that we are going to gossip. Looking at the child, this child doesn't look like the man, or this child doesn't look like anyone in the family. What do you mean? Or do you think the woman is a photocopy machine? Tell me, do you think the woman is a photocopy machine, or do you ask the man what the man put in the woman looks like the man or the family? The man don't even know what he put in the woman. So why must you say it's a must that the child must look like the husband, or the child must look like the wife, or the child must look like someone in the family? My dear, there is no hadith, there is no biblical, or there is no religious explanation that will tell you that if you impregnate a woman, the child must look like you. No, my dear, if a woman is pregnant and a woman gives birth, my dear, if the child looks like you, this is a blessing of God. This is a plus. It's a blessing of God. But my dear, God chooses the face, the structure, everything. It's not by your will. It's not by your power. So when your wife gave birth, just say thank God. Then from there, accept whatever you see. Stop judging. This child doesn't look like me. It's not a photocopy machine. It's a photocopy machine that what you put, you received. You photocopy something, then you receive the same object. Only a photocopy machine or a printer can do that. So your wife is not a photocopy machine or a printer. And also for you, the in-laws, the same goes to you. What your son or your brother is having in his house is not a photocopy machine. So it's not compulsory that the child must look like you or anyone in the family. There's no agreement between you and God that God, what I'm putting inside of this woman, this thing must look like me. Or what are you sure? Or you the man, are you sure that what you put in the woman looks like you? Are you sure? Are you sure that what you put in the woman looks like you? What you put in the woman is just a water, and God bless it and form it to a child. So that means it's not by your will, it's not by your choice. You put water, okay, collect water, but you have a baby, you have a child. That means it's not by your power or the power of the woman. This is very, very wrong. Some of us, we are accusing women wrongly, and this is a big sin. First of all, let's know this. It is sinful for you to call a child a bastard when the woman is married. It is wrong for you to call a child a bastard or illegal child when the woman is married. Even if the man and the woman, they are not together, even if the man is in overseas or whatsoever, it is wrong for you to call a child of a woman who is married, a bastard. Now let's know this point, where some of us are getting things wrong or complicated. Now, I'm not talking of your science. I'm not talking of your science. I'm talking of religious science. The minimum is for a child to take in pregnancy in the womb is 6 months. That is minimum. I know today is the first day for you to know this. The minimum month for a child to take in pregnancy or in the womb is 6 months. And the maximum, which is the highest, is 2 years. This is very strange for you because you're not researching. A woman can have a pregnancy for 2 years, according to religious points of view. I'm talking of Islam. 2 years. So you see, so if a woman gave birth 1 year, 1 month, 1 year, 2 months, 1 year, you say no, this is my child. She's supposed to, if this is my child, she's supposed to give birth to an 8 month, 9 month, like that. No, the minimum, which is the least, is 6 months. The maximum is 2 years, my dear. Then also note that we have a child that have a mother but no father. We have a child that have a father and a mother. Now let me explain. According to religious point of view, that is the Islamic point of view, if you have a sex with a woman that is not your wife through this disobedience or through this zina, fornication, you come together, you have a child, and this woman happens to give birth to this child has a mother, but this child does not have a father. The child belongs to the woman, not the man. If you impregnate a woman that is not your wife, or a woman you did not marry the woman legally, and this woman happens to have a child, this child has a mother, no father. So that is to say, this particular child is owned by the woman. The woman can decide to give this child to anyone she pleases. This is one. That is a child with a mother, no father. Now a child with a father and a mother, this is a child that was given birth by a married woman. When a woman is married, let's say between God and man, or between God and a woman, this woman have a child for another man. But since this woman is married to a particular man, this man is the owner of that child. No one's supposed to claim that child until the marriage is separated. But if they are still together, the nikah is still whole, my dear, this child belongs to this man, the husband of that woman. So you must not call that child a bastard. You must not call that child an illegal child, because the woman has a husband. But if a young lady that is not married give birth, then this child can be regarded as such, because you have proof. You can regard the child as such. But if the woman is married, there is no circumstances that you call the child a bastard. This is very sinful. The child has a father. But if the woman is not married, that is to say, this young age generation, that is to say the child is a bastard, then the child has only a mother, no father. And a child that has a father and a mother, this child, it's okay to get married to, you can say you can get married to this particular child, even if the child is doing some misbehavior act like that, because one way or the other she's somehow pure. So this is some of the risk some of us really young age we are doing, don't knowing that bringing a child in this world out of zina is a risk. You are putting the child in risk, you are putting yourself in a risk. What is the risk you are putting this child in? To bring a child in this world without a father. What I mean, when you are not married, the child will become filthy, the child will become dirty. a child born out of zina, out of fornication, is dirty. But you cannot know unless you're a spiritualist, or apart being a spiritualist, or you do istikara. That is why it's very important to do istikara before getting married. Then also, let's say you want to get married to a child without a father, a child that was born out of zina. If you know a particular child that was born out of zina, she's very beautiful, you like the child, you desire that child, what you need to know, look the child. If the child is making efforts, the child is praying, she's been modest, then you can go for that child. That means the child has chosen her own destiny. The child has chosen her own direction. So God will protect that child and wash that child. But if you see that that child that was born out of zina, this child is still following the footsteps of her parents. This child is still following the footsteps of his parents. My dear, as a woman, don't marry that guy. As a man, don't marry that lady. Because when you marry that lady, my dear, there nothing good that will come out of that marriage. We need to know this. But this is not what I'm talking about here. What I'm talking about here, to be short, to be precise, is that don't call a child a bastard, a child that has a father. A child of a married woman, in any circumstance, even if you know another man that is sleeping with that woman, don't call that child a bastard. It's very sinful. It's very sinful. Then also, as a husband, don't think that what your wife has is a photocopy machine, that what you put inside, she must give back to you. Or how are you sure that what you put inside looks like you? So don't fight a woman or be sad or start thinking negative thinking or whatever because the child doesn't look like you. This is not compulsory for a child to look like you. So please, let's get this straight and let's put this into practice. Whatever child you receive, any face she looks like, just say thank God, and from there accept the child and love your wife. And for you, the outsiders, the friends, neighbors, my dear, stick your nose out of someone's marriage. Stick your nose out of your sister, your brother, your relative marriage, or your neighbor's marriage. My dear, try to treat your own house or your own family. This is very important. This is how we are destroying homes. We are destroying marriages. Only by assumption. May God forgive us all. So this is just a quick one. Please stick your nose out of someone's marriage. And a woman is not a photocopy machine to give you your face or your family face or whatsoever. If you want to judge or you want to fight or you want to do anything, then start to fight with your maker. Start to fight with your argue with your maker. Argue with God, not the woman. If you want to accuse God, not the woman. The woman knows nothing. She's innocent. May Allah make it easy for us all.